Hello, everyone. This time, I'm going to be talking about my leader class, Revenge of the Fallen, Optimus Prime, Transformers. This is probably one of the times that I probably should have been smart and wrote a script to get some of my points across. But the main thing about this review isn't so much just talking about the figure in general. It's talking about more or less my disappointment with Transformers over the years. Now, I had Transformers, a few of them when I was growing up. Like I had the Starscream knockoff I got one year for Christmas. Then I got only two of the Constructicons. I think I Mixed Master and Scrapper, or never got any others from the Constructicons to make Devastator. Kind of disappointing as a child growing up. I only had Sludge from the Dinobots, though Grimlock was like always my favorite. I was a huge T-Rex fan. So that was pretty much the extent of it through childhood. As I got older, I picked up a few ones here and there. In fact, I remember one time a neighbor gave me a box of toys. I forget how old I was, but there was some old Transformers in there. I know Rodimus Prime was one of them, and also there was God, what's his name? Ultra Magnus, but it was just the white Optimus from that. None of the trailer accessories or anything like that. Fast forward through the years, I saw Transformers were still in Toys R Us. This was roughly around the time of the Unicron trilogy. It was the Cybertron toys. They piqued my interest. Hell, I mean, I remember even seeing the original masterpiece Optimus Prime at Toys R Us. Remember taking that off the shelf and taking a look at it and contemplating buying it. I never did. I fucking regret that decision, even to this day when you find out how popular those masterpieces came. And also, obviously over the years they changed them, from that big clunky, pretty much almost all. Well, I think it was mostly all die-cast. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And now they're smaller. They were a smaller scale and more plastic, but they were still pretty decent. It wasn't until the first live action film in 2007 that really piqued my interest in collecting Transformers again. And I remember the build up to that movie talking about it, that when the CGI models released online, a lot of people were disappointed that they changed the main characters and made them different. My thoughts were, I didn't want to go and pay money to go see a live action version of the toys. They already did that with the cartoon series. So I was all behind their reimagining of the characters. The first film toys were all right. They were pretty good. I did buy some. I thought Revenge of the Fallen really was the Transformer peak toy-wise. As you can see, the Leaderclass Optimus Prime looks more like the CGI model than even the first film's depiction of the Leaderclass Optimus Prime, and even some of the Voyagers. The Voyagers I thought were just terrible. I am that type of collector that I want the screen accuracy in the toys, but at the same time, I'm not gonna be the type of person that's gonna run out and buy that Optimus Prime masterpiece, whatever the fuck it is, that's like 400, 500 fucking dollars when I first came out. I'm not gonna go that far. I mean, there are. All right, it's weird because my thing with them looking like the toys, I think, should be on the screen to a point. Like I don't really care for what they quote unquote call the kibble. I don't mind my robots having vehicle parts on them. So to get that screen accurate Optimus Prime, which is based off of an inaccurate character drawing of the character from the Marvel comics, that's I think where my image lie. I mean, my issues lie, I should say. I think they should match the toy model and the character model on screen. This whole simplified, no kibble stuff hanging off the Transformers, to an extent, does bother me. I mean, I've seen some just egregious fucking kibble on these figures, and I thought it was just terrible. And I've seen some kibble that's not that bad that I kind of wish they still kept in live action and cartoons, if that makes any fucking sense. But yeah, I thought this right here, the Leaderclass Optimus Prime for Revenge of the Fallen, was Transformers at its peak, transforming engineering at the best it could ever be. It again, the detail looks fantastic on this. To me, it looks like it just walked right off the screen. I mean, yeah, I mean, some of the stuff translated from vehicle in toy form into robot and vice versa had to be sacrificed, but compared to, like, for example, the newer Studio series, which I thought was a huge disappointment. I thought they nailed Optimus Prime Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen. That's the best Optimus Prime has ever looked, I think, personally, from matching what he looked in screen to toy. I don't think they've ever topped that. They even had the Voyager version of this, slightly altered, but still almost basically the same engineering in the Voyager. It was the hunt for the Decepticons to this. This is the Leader Class, which, as you can see, Leader Class Optimus Prime. Yeah, what made him the Leader Class is the fact that they threw in the fucking trailer. Ooh, big deal. So yeah, I've slowed down with purchasing Transformers over the years because I was kind of disappointed with this whole Studio series idea. I mean, they've got the parts that go over the front of the tires. I forget what the fuck, the fenders or whatever, here on the side, which isn't accurate at all because, as you can see, the fender is down here over the tires, close to the feet, which mirrors the way he looks on the film. Yeah, then you get the grill of the truck on the back, which is hidden very well on the bottom of the feet on this guy. I mean, again, this is just, it's night and day, basically. Yeah, and I'll just throw this out there just in case everyone's wondering. Yeah, I did paint over some of the gray plastic on this with silver paint because, yes, I was a smoker, and this yellowed pretty quickly. Whatever your fucking comments are, I mean, I could care less. Yeah, I straightened out. I haven't had a cigarette since January, but anyways, that's not my whole point. These back fender pieces are accurate to the way he looks in the CGI model. This is rendered as best as they could, translating again from toy to film, and vice versa, film to toy, whatever you want to say. The backpack is bigger than what he had, but this matches more. I mean, compared to the shitty backpack that the Studio series has. Then you have, the single tire, but this is technically a back tire down here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not even on screen. You get the single tire down here because, these fold up. Great idea, but when you transform them into truck mode, you get the pieces hanging down from underneath. I mean, when this robot is transformed into truck, you look at it, you don't really see that anything from Optimus Prime robot mode is visible on the truck. I mean, even the big ass god awful looking feet on this figure are just glaringly a back part on the truck. I mean, again, it's to me, they're just disappointing now. Price wise, I mean, this was when it was new. This Leader Class Optimus Prime was, I think, $35 I paid for it. Now Leader Classes are pushing $50, $60 fucking dollars. They're smaller. Disappointing transformation. I mean, I get some people who complained that this Optimus Prime was too complicated for the children, too complicated for some of the adults too. Yes, I do agree this is a complicated transformation, But I looked at it, it's basically they're puzzles. They're puzzles and they're toys. You know, the challenge was transforming these things from robot to truck and vice versa. I think now they're way too simplified. I mean, some of them, yeah, they are on the complicated end, but I mean, I don't know. They're just disappointing. I think just overall, a lot of them are just way too simplified. Just horrible, horrible ideas of the engineering. Like I said, just a glaring visible feat on the vehicle mode and other parts showing of the robots in, you know, their alt modes. And I mean, yeah, I get robots that transform into vehicles and vice versa. You'll see the vehicle parts on the robots. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. That does happen. That makes sense. But I don't think the vehicle modes should look like basically folded up robots. The transformations, I think, should be cleaner. Yeah, so that's my main thing about this video is I just wanted to showcase my Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. I mean, yeah, he's been around for years, but, you know, I just started doing these videos recently. I just wanted to get this out there to show that, yeah, I do have a love for Transformers. I love Transformers for years, and I loved how they used to be. God, I wish a $35 fucking Leaderclass this size still existed. I mean, I understand inflation, prices, cost on parts and all that other crap. They can't do electronics anymore for whatever reason, trying to keep them at a recent cost. But I mean, I don't know. Again, just overall, I'm just in general disappointed with Transformers nowadays compared to when I first started getting back into them. Yeah, I do spend, you know, I have spent more than $100 on some of the Transformers, but overall, that doesn't happen as frequently as it used to. More or less, I'm kind of disappointed. I understand why people lean towards the third parties and the masterpieces now compared to what's the typical Transformer they have out there from Hasbro. Yeah, so that's my rant. That's all. I just wanted to get it across. Video's over now. Get the fuck out of here.